Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Marco Casale, and this lecture is entitled The Command Center. It is part of the Complete Worship Songwriter's Handbook and supports Chapter 8, the Worship SongSetMaker app walkthrough. This handbook was written for my capstone project for my master's degree in worship studies songwriting at Liberty University. The objectives for this lecture are to walk through the design, build, and functionality of the Worship SongSetMaker application. I'll provide some background information on the application design and purpose. In order to use the application, a song library will need to be established. After launching the application, I will discuss the main song library functionality. Lastly, I will demonstrate how to develop a song set in the application by adding songs from the main song library, viewing the song set, and communicating the song set to your worship team. In order to use the application, anyone can download the source code from GitHub and build the application using Visual Studio. The app the app is written as a .NET MAUI C# project. This platform allows for development of the application to run on multiple platforms from Android OS, Windows, and even iOS. Unfortunately, Apple does not allow an application to be freely distributed. They charge the software developer a cost to publish applications. Android and Windows allow for free distribution. This can be done by posting the install file on a shared Google Drive. I've included the link to my Google Drive where I have shared the songsetmaker.exe install file for Windows, and that can be seen at the very end of this lecture in my reference slide. So this is the first screen that will be displayed after launching the app. It contains the master song library. Some of the features displayed on this slide are the title, menu, and search bars. The title bar contains two buttons, the Add Song button and the Settings button. The Add Song button displays a form to enter a song into the application's local SQLite database. The Settings button will display three options, Export, Import, and About. The first step to develop a song library to house the list of songs your worship team uses on a regular basis. My church had already established a Google Drive that was shared with our worship team members. Our worship pastor already created a Google Sheet with a list of songs. This provided a foundation for storing a Google Sheet similar to an Excel file of the song library that I used for this application originally. I decided to start a new Google Sheet to preserve the original one. I then defined what were the key attributes of a song and how would I index the song. In database design, this is referred to as the primary key of a table. I decided to use the CCLI number since all the songs we used were from CCLI, and our video presentation software linked to CCLI to download song lyrics. This meant that all my original songs would need to be published in CCLI so that I would have a unique CCLI number for them. I decided to track information such as the song title, song key, tempo, timing, authors, lead singer, and YouTube URL. I later added the chord sheet URL that linked to our Google Drive where we placed our chord sheets. I recently added the scripture reference and a link to Bible Gateway's website to view scripture associated with the song. I also added a field to store the song themes such as praise, worship, gratitude, forgiveness, and seasonal topics such as Christmas and Easter. Finally, I wanted to track the worship service date. The Google Sheet was then set up with three distinct sheets or tabs. The first tab contained the full list of our songs. The second tab was dedicated for a weekly song set. And the third tab contained the full history of the songs used. I recently decided to create a standalone version of the app to make it easier to distribute to anyone. I've started with a Windows version only. Instead of configuring a Google Sheet with the necessary code behind it, I've added a data entry form to add songs to the library. I've also added the ability to export and import the internal SQLite database that supports the app. So this is the Add Song entry screen. It contains a list of song attributes to populate about the song. the data is not fully enforced or validated, which can lead to bad data if bad data is entered. So you can see on this slide all the different fields that are being captured about a song, and we'll see that on the next slide as well. So this last portion of the add song entry form contains the song date field, which is the date the song was added, and it's set by default. When was it added to your library? The final two fields were recently added to capture the scripture reference and the URL where the scripture can be viewed. This is helpful for sharing during song transitions during your worship set. At the bottom of the form are two buttons, Save Song and Cancel. Once the song is saved, a dialog will appear to confirm the song was added. You just hit the Cancel button to leave this data entry form. As a future update, I will change this to close the form after clicking Save Song. This screen shows the song that was just added on the Add Song entry screen. The Settings button on the Song Library screen contain three choices. You have Export, Import, and About. Export will prompt the user for the file location to export the database. It acts as a backup feature. The Import button will prompt the user with a file dialog box to pick the database file to import. The import feature will remove all the songs in the song library and replace them. So this action requires restarting the application. So after clicking the import button and relaunching the application will display a list of songs in the bottom half of the screen. Each song is displayed in a separate card, and the entire list of songs can be scrolled up and down. The song card contains information such as the song title, key, tempo, timing, author, CCLI song number, and scripture references if available. There are also three icons in each song card, a menu button with three lines, a trash can for deleting songs, and a plus sign for adding songs to the song set list. The About function displays a brief page that describes the application with a list of current features. It also contains my contact email for questions and URLs to my YouTube and SoundCloud page where I've published my original worship songs and some instrumental music. The song card's menu button can be accessed by either a left click or a right click on Windows. The left click or press on an Android device will open up a pop-up menu seen directly below the song card on this slide. It displays 5 buttons with the YouTube and chord buttons in blue, the scripture and history buttons in green, and a cancel button in red. The menu right-click will list out these same functions minus a cancel, which is not needed. The YouTube selection will bring up YouTube and play the associated YouTube video for the song. The chords selection will display the Google Drive chord sheet file linked to the song. The scripture function will link out to Bible Gateway or any other online Bible site where the link references. The next slide will demonstrate the history button. So again, it just matters what data you put in behind the scenes for these URLs, and that's where the app will go to. This slide depicts the song history button. After clicking the history button, a new pop-up menu will display a list of worship service dates when the song was last used. I've limited the application to only search for the past year. This example shows my song Through Your Eyes, which I shared during my worship service on 3 different Sunday mornings in the past year. This feature will display, but I haven't added storing song history to this current version of the app at this time. It's another future development I'll do. The Song Library screen provides several features for finding songs. The search entry allows songs to be searched by author, title, or theme. I've demonstrated in this screenshot a search by my last name, which displays the list of 17 songs that I have written, which are loaded into my song library. The filter dropdown allows for selecting the song key. For instance, if I chose the key of E, The song library would only display songs in the key of E. I can use this filter in combination with my search of songs only written by a specific author. Lastly, the Sort dropdown provides the ability to sort the master list either by song title or by tempo. I found it useful to select songs in my song set based on tempo when I'm trying to find upbeat songs or slower tempo songs. However, this is not quite accurate when comparing songs with different timings. A song's tempo in 4/4 has a much different meaning compared to 3/4 or 6/8 timings. A song may have a much lower tempo in 6/8, but feel just as fast as a song with twice the tempo in 4/4. In order to switch between the song library screen to the song set screen, there are two options. The first option is to click on the menu bar and select the song set option from the drop-down list. The other option, which I did not intentionally develop, is to swipe right to go from the master song library screen to the song set screen. The menu or swiping to the left will move back, which can be used to go back to the master song library. Now, the song set screen has two different buttons on the title bar, and the same menu bar persists throughout the application. The two buttons include the clear song set and email song set. The first time this screen is accessed, it will be blank since the song set has not been created yet. A song can be added from the master song library screen to the song set screen by clicking the plus sign on the individual song in the master song screen. This will display a pop-up that displays the song title and prompts for the name of the lead singer and displays the song key. In my worship team, different lead singers may sing the song using different keys to suit their voice better. The song is added to the song set by clicking the Add button. If the song set does not exist, the screen will remain blank. Each song can be deleted from the song set by clicking on the trash can icon in the song card. The entire song set can be cleared out by clicking the Clear Song Set button in the title bar up here. The song set can be saved by clicking Email Song Set buttons. This function will display a pop-up that asks the user to enter the worship service date for the song set. A calendar screen will pop up for the user to select the date and then click OK to confirm. This action will save the song set to the app's SQLite database. A future feature will also save the set to the song history table. The email function will open your local email client and draft an email message with a list of the songs that were in your song set. The song information contains the song order number, title, lead singer, key, tempo, artist, and YouTube URL. This allows the video projection team information to pull the songs from CCLI in preparation for service. The worship team will have the necessary information to pull their chord sheets for the service and listen to the lyric videos as a reference. The to address will need to be filled out as well before sending the email. In summary, the Worship SongSetMaker application can aid in managing your worship ministry's song library and help the worship leader to develop, manage, and communicate the upcoming song set. Scripture URL, YouTube URL, and chord sheet URL aid worship leaders and teams to learn songs and engage with congregations with Scripture during the worship song set. This lecture focused on a few open source applications that I developed, which is available on GitHub. There are commercial products by Worship Tools and Planning Center that provide this functionality as well. I hope this lecture was informative in how to manage a song library and to develop a song set. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture. And on this next slide, I have the URL of where you can find my Windows installer. It's a .exe file you can download from my Google Drive with this link. And also, if you're interested in getting involved with my project, I have it up on GitHub. This is my project site, and I have three branches. The main branch is just containing a README file. My master branch contains my Google Sheet version of this application. which is a bit more complicated. And then the version that I'm demoing for you to try out today, I refer to it in my solo branch. It contains the standalone version. So thank you again for listening to this lecture.